My memory of dropping him off at the airport that morning comes to me in fragments. I didn't know it would be the last time I would see him, but even if I had, I don't think it would have made a difference. We had barely spoken in months, and the air between us was thick. My husband was a good man. He was supportive, he had a steady job, but there was no longer any love between us. We were disconnected. Our relationship was full of emptiness. I wasn't happy, and worse, he didn't notice. He was too complacent with his own meaningless existence to notice I was no longer in love with him. We were merely coexisting. My neighbor Jane was in the yard tending to her garden. Jane was sweet. I liked to watch how she gently cared for her plants. What I really wanted was too much to hope for. I went about the rest of my day as usual. I went home and cleaned up the dishes from our breakfast. I turned the radio on, attempting to connect with the outside world.
I don't know why this has happened, but this is the worst tragedy I've seen in all my years. We've just gotten word that a plane has crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. We've been told it was American Airlines Flight 11, but we can't be sure. Stay tuned for further developments.
That was his plane. He was dead. My husband was dead. I stood on the balcony, pressed down by a physical exhaustion that haunted my body and seemed to reach into my soul. The first time I ever met him, I didn't think I would ever see him again, much less marry him. He gave the impression that I hadn't seen a rainy day in his life. He made himself just a little bit too comfortable. He talked to me about football, school, anything else that managed to keep the conversation going. But it must have been his eyes that put me at ease. He wasn't great, but he was sort of funny, not on purpose, and I wasn't doing anything else that Saturday night. Saturday was Valentine's Day. Movie night. These are the good times I tried to think about when we were on opposite edges of the bed, facing away from each other. These are the times when we were still close, when he still bothered to make me feel special, when we still touched without jerking back and apologizing. We talked about ideas, the future, the past, appetizers, dessert, the hot theater, the sticky night air. That was life as it should be. He used to do sweet things back then, like surprise me with flowers after class. But something began to change in both of us, something too subtle for us to notice. It was around this time I discovered something in myself, something that had always been there, deep inside of me. We had grown apart over the years. Life became a performance, an awkwardly long silence on the stage. It was pretty clear that neither of us wanted to be where we were, but somehow we were trapped. I'm free. Free. I found the word escaping from somewhere deep inside. Free. I was free. I saw beyond to a future that would belong to me. There would be no one to live for during these coming years. I would live for myself. Hello?
Heidi, it's me. I missed my connecting flight. I'll be home as soon as I can.
The medical examiner said I had died of heart disease, of joy that kills.